Hi guys! Today I'm at Toronto Pearson Airport Terminal 1 departures and I'm going on vacation. It's an international flight and our flight has 3 segments, and the first one is from Toronto to Vancouver with AC 107 at 10 a.m. and our boarding time is at 9:20. So today I just want to give you a quick overview of what to expect in case you haven't been to the airport in a while, and this is also my first time at the domestic airport of Pearson's, and overall the experience has been pretty good. So our flight, as I said, is at 10 and we arrived here at 8 a.m. With an Uber, and that was pretty easy. The Uber dropped us off right across the entrance of the airport, so we just needed to cross the street. And when we got in the airport, I was quite surprised that it wasn't as crowded as I saw on TV, and the reason might be because it's 10 a.m. and I heard that flights before 9 a.m. are more crowded. I mean, the airport is more crowded at that time. So yeah, about our boarding passes, we actually got our boarding passes by checking in online using our mobile phones on our Uber ride. But for some weird reason, strangely, it said that the boarding pass was invalid, so we couldn't use them. So we proceeded to one of the check-in kiosks, and it said that we would be able to print out our boarding passes there, but unfortunately the machine didn't work, so we did not get our boarding passes, and in the end we had to proceed to the counter and speak with a person. Yeah, so the regular check-in process basically. So we were a bit disappointed because we were so happy that we didn't need to go to the check-in counter, because all we have is actually this luggage here. I hope you can see it. So we only have carry-on baggage, so there was actually no need for us to go to the check-in counter. But anyways, we did that, and luckily there was almost no queue. There were only like around 3 people, and we only waited for around 2 minutes. So far really good. So at the counter, they just took a look at our passport, and they then printed out our boarding passes, so 3 of those. And they also asked for our vaccination pass, and also for the vaccination app that we would use, that we would need to use at our final destination. So they wanted to see that. Yeah, and after that, we were finished, and then we proceeded to the gate, to security, and that walk took us around 1 minute, so really fast, and again no queue, so we just breezed right through it. And security just asked us for a boarding pass, and then we arrived at security where we needed to scan our luggage, and there again we scanned our boarding passes using a machine, and then we went through security, and that was also pretty uneventful. It's just a regular, right? So take your liquids out, electronics, keys, and everything in the tray, and go through. And then finally we arrived at the gate area, and in our case, our flight AC 107 from Toronto to Vancouver departed from gate D45, and here's a quick look. This is gate D45. So now you can see there's not that much going on, but just around 5 to 10 minutes ago there was a huge, very long queue in front of one of the gates. So that flight, it seemed, departed already, and that's why it's rather quiet now. So now I think it's almost 9:20, so it's time for us to board. Just a quick note on what to expect inside the waiting area. So I would say it's pretty basic. I mean, nothing special about it, but it has everything you need. There's even like a shoe care place where you can clean your shoes. There are plenty of washrooms, there are water fountains, and there are duty-free shops, anything from Chanel to chocolate shops, and plenty of eateries and cafes. There are even 2 Starbucks here, an A&W, Tim Hortons, and yeah, A&W was pretty crowded. I mean, obviously they have, their prices are on the cheaper side, but because it was so crowded, in the end we opted for a cafe, for an Italian cafe I think the name was Boccione, if I'm not mistaken, and we got a panini there and a coffee, and that cost us in total $22. And yeah, just one panini and one coffee, $22. So yeah, I know it's pretty overpriced, but I mean, what do you expect? It's the airport, right? Yeah, and the reason is because on our first flight from Toronto to Vancouver, which will last us, I think, around 5 hours, we won't get any meals. So at least that's what I read on our boarding pass. We can buy food, but we don't get any food. So yeah, we better fill up our stomachs before we board. I do hope that we get some drinks though. Okay, I think it's time for us to board now. That was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this useful, please do hit the like button and also let me know your questions below. And by the way, just so you know, this is not a live video. I'm posting this a few days after the original date of recording, which is today, Wednesday, August 24th. So yeah, drop your questions and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome day and see you again next time.